So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. We are doing another episode of talking about this banter club, episode 69, and we're going to talk about transfers once again. And the first bit of breaking news will be on Joe Willock. We're also going to talk about Martin Ødegaard, Torre Martinez, as he's been linked to a shop move with Spurs. Tammy Abraham and James Madison are the other targets we are going to be discussing. The same usual names, because we love to rinse and repeat, that's all it is to talk about Arsenal. Same old, dragging things on. And this one, the first bit of news we're going to talk about is Joe Willock. Now this one has been dragged on for time. This has been dragged on for way too long. And that is Joe Willock. Now, The Athletic first broke it and everyone else have jumped on the hype that Newcastle have reached an agreement with Arsenal for the permanent signing of Joe Willock. Yay, get him gone, because I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I don't like Joe Willock personally. I don't think he's any good. Yes, he did well for Newcastle on loan. He was worth 10 million before that. Now he's worth 25, which is what we're selling him for. Bin him, get him done, get out. Use that money now and go sign it, and go sign James Madison, or go put that money towards Hussein Aouar, because yeah, Joe Willock gone. Goodbye, good riddance. So what the Athletic have said is Newcastle have agreed a fee with Arsenal for the permanent signing of Joe Willock. The Athletic understands a fee in excess of £20 million has been agreed, but personal terms still need to be finalised. The 21-year-old midfielder has been Newcastle's number one target throughout the transfer window, and he becomes Steve Bruce's first signing this summer. Willock, who scored 8 goals on Tyneside in a successful loan spell during the second half of last season, has been on the fringes during pre-season at Arsenal while Mikel Arteta assessed his options, but with opportunity set to be limited in North London, Willock is on course to leave the club he has been at since he was a schoolboy and return to Newcastle, where he will be an almost guaranteed starter. To be fair, even though most of the games he did come off the bench, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Joe Willock is going to leave the club, and that's good, because £25 million I think is very good price Arsenal have got for him, and it reflects his true value, and true value that he will express at Newcastle, and I think we've got a good fee for him. And now we need to put that towards signings, and like players like Madison, Aouar, Bissouma, Trippier, other right backs, whoever. Just players, because we need players. I saw this thing Edu's son put out. Oh, when we're on holiday, he's always on his phone. Yeah, the club paid you to do that PR. Shut up, mate. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of Don Edu, whatever, this and that. Joe Willock, we should have done this earlier. Why didn't we do this deal earlier for Joe Willock? Because I feel that if we did it earlier, then we could have got other targets done earlier. We could have moved for Madison earlier. Could have done Aouar earlier. Arteta keeps banging on about a pre-season. Well, if you get these players out, we can get new players in. It's not rocket science, is it? But no, Edu needs to go on 15 holidays. Does my absolute nut in. But anyway, we're going to moving on from Joe Willock. Goodbye. Wish you best of luck. Next one, Torre Martinez. Now, this has caused quite a bit of confusion, as Spurs have reportedly hijacked a deal for Torre Martinez from Arsenal. However, Arsenal have, offered personal terms to Torre, which are greater than Spurs. Spurs have reportedly agreed a deal to sign Torre Martinez. Now, there's a lot of misogyny here, because the English media have said a deal has been agreed. However, the Italian media, i.e. Fabrizio, i.e. Di Marzio, have both suggested that a deal has not yet been agreed between Inter Milan and Spurs, which is quite interesting in my opinion, because English media saying one thing and then the Milan, and I'd rather trust the Italian media. It's not because that Fabrizio and Di Marzio are the top of the game in terms of journalism, even though they are, and I'll probably trust them anyway. Is that because they are based in Milan, and it's like I'd rather trust them more because they're closer more to the action. But I don't think a deal has been agreed, and Fabrizio did do an update on that. So Lautaro Martinez's agent, Alessandro Camano, he said that he's never going to have a fight with Inter to leave the club. Never. Lautaro is an Inter player and he's happy in Italy. Also, Fabrizio Romano did say on Torre Martinez that Tottenham opened talks days ago for Torre Martinez, offering €70 million. Also, Atletico asked for Lautaro. He's a real target for Spurs. Inter now say that they have no intention to sell him this summer. After selling Lukaku to Chelsea, Inter plan is to keep Lautaro Martinez. So a deal hasn't been agreed, but Spurs are trying to hijack Arsenal's deal for Lautaro Martinez. Now, this is quite funny in my opinion, because Arsenal were chasing after him, and oh no, Spurs are in. Oh my days, you could not write this up, could you? And look, I would love Lautaro at Arsenal, but I think we have bigger fish to fry in terms of we've got other positions to sort out, i.e. we need to sort out Madison, maybe an Aouar, maybe a Basuma, maybe a Trippier, maybe an Onana. We need to sort all those positions out. And is it wise splashing that much cash on Lautaro, even though we haven't got rid of Lacazette, even though we haven't got rid of Nketiah, maybe Aubameyang if we want to sell him? So it seems a bit strange to me that we weren't for him in the first place, but it does look like Spurs are most likely to get him, even though the deal agreed thing that went around yesterday isn't exactly true, because Fabrizio and Dimarzio both said nothing's there yet. So yeah, that is the news on Lautaro Martinez, as Spurs are hijacking and Arsenal are dilly-dallying as usual. I expect nothing less from this club. But the next bit of news we're going to be talking about is Tammy Abraham. Yay, Chelsea rejects, come to us. You can have Lukaku from Inter. And what we'll do is, instead of signing Inter's other striker, we'll come and sign your reject striker. Whoa. Well done, Arsenal. Well done. And apparently, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, we are pushing hard for Tammy Abraham. Well done. Well done, Arsenal. Well done. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with this idiot. And we might do. Because he ain't great, is he? He's not that great. Let's be real. He isn't good. And if we want to get to where we want to be, he ain't the man, unfortunately. And that's just how it is. And Tammy Abraham, Atalanta have interest because obviously Lukaku's going to Inter. Inter wants Zapata from Atalanta, and to replace Zapata, Atalanta want Abraham. So that's the situation why Atalanta want him. But apparently Abraham would rather stay in the Premier League. I think obviously because of personal reasons as well, he'd probably rather stay in London than move all the way to Italy. I understand all of that. So he'd probably rather stay and just take the paycheck at Arsenal. You know, good vibes. We all love a vibe, because that's what we are now, Vibes FC. But Tammy Abraham, as you all know, probably wouldn't take him. I don't think anyone in this fan base would take him. So why are we in for him? Don't know. But yeah, apparently we are pushing hard to sign Tammy Abraham from Chelsea. And apparently it would be a loan plus an obligation for 40, I've heard. Arsenal want an option. Would a loan plus an option be the worst thing? I don't want to pay money. I'd rather have a loan, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that one. But Tammy Abraham, no thank you. And next one we're going to talk about is James Madison. Now, we're going to talk about James Madison, then we're going to talk about Martin Ødegaard. But with James Madison, I just want to quickly touch on it. And Arsenal are preparing a new offer for James Madison in the coming days. Now, we are letting go of Willock. That's done, £25 million in the bank. But now we need to put that money towards James Madison, because that is our one of our targets for the number 10 role. Not number 10 role. Smith Rowe's got, you know what I mean, the attacking midfield spot. Because Smith Rowe's got number 10, and the other target is Ødegaard. But we're gonna look at Madison first because we did have one offer rejected, player plus cash. Our second offer is set to be player plus cash again with another player unknown, and then we might go in with a cash only bid. Now we've got the money for Willock, maybe selling Nketiah, who's linked to a £20 million move to Brighton. If we can sort them deals out, we'll have close to £40 to £50 million. Now that could mean we could put that towards one or two installments for James Madison, and that could be a deal we get done. And hopefully we do get done, because I really want James Madison. I think he would improve our team greatly. Just seeing him against Villarreal, he would be a perfect addition to our side. And yeah, James Madison, we need to up the bid now. And let's just hope we can secure that deal. But that's the news on James Madison. And the other attacking midfield spot we've been linked with is Martin Ødegaard, obviously at Real Madrid still. And I think with Martin Ødegaard, the situation is still, look, Real Madrid would probably rather try and push to it's unresolved because Toni Kroos has got an injury, which means Martin Odegaard might not go. But then the next day he might stay, next day he might go, next day he might stay, no go, no go. It's all very confusing with Odegaard at the moment. And I do believe it would be a very, very late move if we sign him. I think what will happen is, even though Fabrizio Romano, his most recent tweet says that he's still Arsenal's number one choice, I do believe, personally, that Madison is the number one choice, and Fabrizio said Arsenal are still keeping an eye on Martin Odegaard. He's always been the main target as number 10. If he decides to leave Real and Real decides to sell him, Arsenal will bid for Odegaard. Arsenal will be ready to try also for a permanent move, but it's up to Real. Now, I think our first choice is Madison. Now, if I think Madison doesn't work, I think what Arsenal try and do is go in for a late move for Odegaard and maybe Aouar, because obviously Odegaard costs 40, Aouar would be 20 or 30. So put Odegaard and Aouar together, you'll get Madison money. And what Arsenal want to do is maybe try just go for Madison. Then if we have spare leftover money, we go for Aouar. I think that's what Arsenal want to try and do. But Odegaard, I think that will happen? Not too sure. I think it still remains to be seen. I can't really tell you guys much about that, but that's what Fabrizio Romano has said, and he is our other option for attacking mid if the James Madison one fails. But that is it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I know it's a lot of the same players we talk about every, when we do these videos, but we need to talk about the news with the updates with different players like your Madisons and your Martinez's, and obviously most recently Joe Willock. So thanks for keeping up for it, and if you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.